There's two needs you need to achieve flow state. First, you need good rest. You need your brain to be able to function. So obviously you need to be well rested to have energy. Second, you need to be calm, like calm down. When you're scrolling on your phone and you're hitting yourself with so much, let's say dopamine hits, right? To put it in simple ways, I don't know the exact terms or how to say it in a perfect manner. It has happened to me that when I'm on the phone scrolling so fast and nothing is so interesting anymore. And I have to just keep feeding myself with more and more content, more and more uh, eye-catching stuff, more interesting stuff. Then it becomes impossible for me to do something such as get out of the bed, or for example, do something such as read a book, read a couple of pages. It becomes almost impossible because you adjust your brain's, let's say, norm or your brain's standard in that moment for it to be so high as in, let's say, dopamine intake, right? Let's say you're eating a lot of sugar and basically that sugar goes away somehow, like it doesn't pile up in your gut. Basically, your brain is now going to have like a very high um, sugar standard because you're giving it so much. It's also like when you turn on the lights. Right now, it just have like a, you know, desk lamp on. I was about to say lantern, and I didn't want to use the wrong term. And yeah, I mean, if the light of the room was super bright, where I was looking almost directly at the sun, my eyes would have not a demand, but a high bar for, let's say, light intake, photon intake, or whatever it may be. You know, like you're more used to bright stuff. And when it's dark and there's little to no light, then your eyes are basically used to very low amount of light, right? So the same thing happens with let's say dopamine, right? Or being entertained. At least that's what I've seen. That's what happened to me. So if you're being so entertained, if you're scrolling on social media, especially maybe on, obviously, especially on, this can also happen with porn, by the way. Just not like, just warning you, don't do it. Get off of it. Seek help as soon as possible because that's one of the worst things that can happen to you. Uh, it literally rots your brain. Not maybe not as much as not getting enough sleep because that also can literally eat your brain from the inside out. But that is really harmful. And also the healthy kind, which is just normal content you watch on YouTube, Instagram Reels, or TikTok. It's like a drug. Just look it up. Just do your research about it. You'll find out that it's really harmful for you. Being so hooked at such level, you know? So yeah, if you reach that point of entertainment, your brain is gonna be on that bar or on that demand of entertainment to feel entertained, you know? On that bar of content, of concepts per minute or per time frame, you know? Uh, if we're talking per minute, then basically um, if one concept per minute, or let's say one concept per hour, one concept per hour would be basically you reading a book about something, about one thing, or watching a video essay about one thing for a whole entire hour, not seeing any images or anything else, or anything too flashy, too out of what the video is, right? That would be one concept or one piece of content per hour, and you could reach 1,535 per hour, potentially. I'm kidding. That's too exaggerated, but you can reach, I don't know, 36 per hour if you're on YouTube and watching videos and you get too bored and you want to watch another one because you want something new. You want to be hit with something else, you know? Like it's not the same. You need something, you need to calm down for that. And I don't know how to do it yet, but you can try certain things to calm yourself down, to not be in such a high demand for entertainment, to not be in such a trance of I need entertainment, even though you might not feel it that way, but it is kind of like that. Maybe you can just like put the phone away, do a couple push-ups or something, meditate, close your eyes, which is actually really hard, a lot harder than it looks because you want to watch more content so bad, Or you can just force yourself to stick to one video and then do what you're supposed to do with your day. Um, or yeah, whatever it is. But one of the things that I have tried, and I think it has worked because I've hardly ever worked out in my life. Sad truth, but it's true. Um, one thing I do is I go to typetest.io and I type as fast as possible. My words per minute are around like 47. I think, yeah, 47 words per minute, which is not too fast. It's like average. And I want to improve that. I would like to get to like maybe 160 one day, um, because that's pretty cool. But anyways, Um, that's a really good way to concentrate. Maybe either reading or that, because that's what I try to do. Basically, your brain is so focused, so like on a flow state when you do that. It gets you on a flow state. Or something else that I don't want to try, but sometimes I've had to try it. And it brings many thoughts to my brain. It brings much awareness to my entire life because I think of so many things while I'm doing it. Is doing the dishes. Like while you're doing the dishes, especially if it's big, and if you're increasing progressively your speed, and if you get into like a flow state of just grab a cup, do it real quick, do it well, of course, because you're gonna drink out of that, so you gotta clean it well, and you put it like on whatever you're putting it. On the dish drainer, whatever it is. I don't know all the words in English. Sorry, my bad. But yes, like you do it really fast and it's like automatic to you. It becomes automatic. And just like you typing words or just like you reading or whatever you're doing, really, whatever you're doing. Even how do you call it? Fuck, wait a second. Juggling. Yeah, I wanted to verify if I mean confirm, sorry, that I have the right term because I don't wanna I'm really afraid of using the wrong terms, but anyways, yeah. Even if it's juggling, with like three or four balls, whatever it is, you can find your own. And yeah, if that's gonna get you into a flow state because it's, you could say it's repetitive, but you could say in flow state, in the topic of flow state, people say that you need something that is not maybe something along the lines of that you need something that is not too tiring for your brain, not too let's say heavy for it, and not such a heavy load, and not something so boring that it doesn't keep you hooked, that doesn't require you to get on the flow state. Like it is, I don't know, taking an object and starting to flip it. Something. Fuck, I spoke a lot on myself, but it's basically empty. You start flipping this thing. Obviously, you're not gonna get into flow state by doing that. And you're not gonna get into a flow state by finding the cure to cancer. But just find something in between and you're gonna be able to do it. You're gonna be able to get into flow state and then you're gonna be able to do what you're supposed to do. This is obviously in case it is hard for you to focus, like it is to me, because I've always had a problem with that. Maybe it's ADHD. I do not know. Maybe it could be autism. But yeah, I've always had a problem with concentrating my whole life, and it's brought many difficult situations at school. And yeah, to this day, I'm still trying to find a solution to that. And maybe the problem was always comfort, because maybe I was addicted to comfort. And Marcus Aurelius, in my opinion, perhaps the greatest philosopher to have ever existed, the greatest thinker. so irresistible. He said that comfort is the greatest addiction, biggest addiction you can have, worst addiction, sorry. And yeah, man, you could say I was addicted to comfort. I wasn't used to stepping away from discomfort to do the things that I was supposed to do, which is something that normal people do every single day, whether it is at school or at their job. It's one of the most basic human capabilities. And I think maybe I don't have that, or I have that underdeveloped. But there's only one way to find out whether I can overcome that and maybe become a superhuman. You know, that's where my hopes are. That's what I want to become, bro. That's me, man. I want to max out, and who knows what the limits are? Who knows what you can get to at the end of the day? Who knows where you could be in 3 months from now if you really start working hard and infinite-diversely. That's a term that's a word that I made up. Is like infinitely diverse, infinite-diversely. It probably won't translate into the little caption thing that you can see over here. But yeah, in infinite diversity. So in every single way you can, basically, in simple terms, work as hard as possible in every way you can on yourself, and obviously work on your life, like and your interaction with others. But I mean, working on your hard on yourself in every single aspect of yourself. Okay, like the way you speak, your appearance, how you think, how you treat your brain, how you sleep, how you learn, how you read, how you consume content, how you understand things, how you question what you understand and what you see. You do everything, man. Every aspect of you. You can do it. And who knows what you can possibly get to if you do that. Only you can know it. You know how by doing it. So do that. Love you, man. We're for your woman. Love you. And thanks for watching.